Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Wanted to do a quick video for you guys here on my 1022 survival rifle. And I have this set up in a specific way. Pretty much everything on here has a specific purpose. And it's actually a 1022 stainless that I actually got back in 1997. And swing this around here. If you see the prefix on the serial number there, it is 245. And if you actually look that up, that'll confirm that this gun was built in 1997. And when these first came out, I wanted one, so I got it. I had several 1022s over the years, but this one here has been my favorite. Now I've got just a basic shoulder strap on here that can be used for different purposes. And I got a few accessories on this, one being this hand guard on here. And if you blow through 25 or 30 rounds and you got kind of a C-clamp type grip on this here, it's nice to not be touching the barrel so you don't burn yourself. The other thing, I got a flash hider on here. Now this flash hider, it's a flash hider, but it also, if you would have to dispatch an animal at point blank range, when you press this in, gives you a little bit of a distance from the actual muzzle when you're putting down like a hog or something like that, which lots of hogs have been put down with a 22. Now this is actually a folding stock. If I depress this button right here, the stock folds and gives you a nice shoulder rest to steady your shots, and then of course the pistol grip. And when I first got this folding stock on here, one of the reasons I got it was because it has this pistol grip, but it also has a compartment in here. And this compartment holds a little bit of survival gear, something that's important, at least I feel is important for having a firearm that's in a survival role like this. Because if you're using a 22 survival rifle like this to feed yourself, if you're shooting small game, that kind of stuff, one of the most important things that you can have with you is the ability to start a fire so you can cook that meat. If you're out trying to live off the land, the ability to cook that meat is just paramount importance so you don't get sick. And this small compartment in the pistol grip, I have a few little fire starting pieces of equipment. I got some cotton balls with soaked in Vaseline. You can kind of see the other stuff that's in there, so I can't get it out for you. Got a small ferro rod with a little tape on it. Got a small Spyderco knife that I can use to dress any game that I would happen to come across. Got a little piece of hacksaw blade here to strike that ferro rod, and then of course I got a spare battery for my red dot that's on here. And this red dot, this is actually a millet red dot, and it's kind of a first generation red dot. I've had it on here for years upon years upon years. When I got this, it was back around 2000 when they were first starting to come out with these. And I've maybe replaced 5 batteries in it over the years. It's been nothing that's been, for as old as it is, it's just been crazy reliable for me. So it's probably never ever going to leave this rifle. And a couple little things that I got on here. This is just sort of a rubber plug that goes in the end here. And I actually added a piece of Ranger band to it so I can fold that over, and that actually gives a little bit more retention on this so this can't get knocked out and I can't lose this little bit of gear that I got. And I also put a piece of Ranger band on the butt plate here. It makes it a little bit more tacky when it goes up against my shoulder, so I have little bit more of a positive, it doesn't slip around, basically is what that is. And that's basically the rifle and the stuff that I got in the pistol grip. Now getting to the magazines. a gun is only as reliable as the magazines, and kind of these were the original magazines that I used in this 1022 here. This is a Ramline magazine. Ramlines were kind of hit and miss. Sometimes you had a good one, sometimes you didn't. You can see how dirty this one is because this guy has literally had hundreds and hundreds of rounds of ammunition put through it, and it still works just fine. And I have several of these. But when Ruger came out with their own replacement magazines, I got some B25s or BX25s, and they look like this right here. And I've actually switched over to these. And one of the things that I'd done to these magazines is I basically made some mag poles out of Gorilla Tape. So I have if I have to grab one of these magazines, stick it out in a pocket, it gives me a finger grip that I can pull this out. I don't keep the magazines loaded. One thing that I've learned through the years with these 1022 magazines is if you keep them loaded all the time, the springs sometimes can go on you. I've had it happen with the 25 round magazines, and I've had it happen with the 10 round magazines, the factory ones. You don't want to keep them loaded. At least that's my, if you load them up, you want to use them right away because those springs sometimes will go on you. And there's been no rhyme or reason to it that I've seen. Just some of them go and some of them don't when you keep them loaded. And mini mags are sort of my favorite ammunition, so that's what I use, and that's what I got here in this little pouch. Now, I actually converted just a real inexpensive fanny pack, and that's what I keep 4 magazines and 1 pack of 22 shells in this for a sort of a quick grab and go with this rifle. This just kind of hangs out with a rifle, and this harkens back to the old belt packs that we used to use as kids. Everybody pretty much had, when we were younger, some type of pouch that they put on their belt to either hold their magazines or their loose 22 shells. And the fanny pack there, that's just a basically the same thing but with its own belt, and you can carry it multiple different ways. I actually got it all the way open, so you can actually just kind of throw it over your shoulder like this if you want, if you're carrying it, or if you prefer to have it on your belt, you can just put it on your belt. So this is basically my 1022 survival rifle. Wanted to take a few minutes to show this to you guys, kind of how I had it set up here and how it hangs out at my place. Got that red dot on so I can get a real quick snapshot if I have to. I always use good magazines, and I always use CCI mini mags, so I have the utmost reliability out of this particular firearm. But anyways, Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment out of this video here. Maybe some ideas if you want to set a 1022 up to be a survival rifle, so you have something like this for yourself. Anyway, you guys take care.